Just got a lot of heavy things on my mind.
Señores y señoras, nosotros tenemos más influencia con sus hijos que tú tienes.
Anyways, you ready?
Pero los queremos. Creado y regado.
I'm very proud of the new record.
Juana's Adicción.
There's just a vibe that goes with the record. A vibe that me and my girl together, I guess, came up with. Actually, can't take credit for it because it's a Los Angeles vibe. It's white kids mixed in with Mexican kids, mixed in with black kids. The whole title, Ritual de lo Habitual, is just about people's rituals.
Once again, you've got an album cover coming out and people are raging about it, won't put it in this store and that store and with stickers on it and all that. I mean, how does that affect you?
I think they all should die. I should go to hell and then see what fucking life is really like. Because I feel like what I do with my artwork is the few things in life that I've loved. And I've gone after those things and I've tried to recreate them just kind of like a shrine. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And it was never done to hurt people. I've never done things to maliciously hurt people or to be fascist or to be prejudice. But people just don't leave you alone. If they're not trying to get your money, they're just trying to like get your fun. You know, the problems we had with our management and trying to get in new management and new lawyers because nobody trusted anybody, and then the people that came in were crooks just like the rest of them, and I just feel like I've been like taken out in a riptide or something, you know what I mean? I haven't written a song in months. I mean, I used to carry a book around with me, and I would write, and sometimes I could write maybe 3 or 4 songs in a day. I haven't written anything or thought of anything for months. And I thought, you know, I had gotten past the point in life where I was just living day to day and struggling and, like, you know, whoring myself out. When I got signed to Warner Brothers, I mean, I thought, this is it. I did it. I'm the champ, you know? But it's actually what it's done is I've lost my creativity. I've lost it. I've given everything I could give. So not only am I confused, I feel like an idiot. And there was times when I felt like I was like just the coolest fucking dude there was, man. There were times when I could give advice to anybody because I thought, you ought to listen to my advice. Look at me. Look what I've accomplished. And I've been reduced now to where I don't feel like I'm anything. I haven't read a book. I haven't written anything. I just don't feel like a man. I just feel like a ghost. There's only so many gifts that you're gifted with and so many things you can concentrate on. I want to concentrate in my life to make great art. I don't know if I'm doing it or not. I feel like when I hear our music, it hits me like I'm proud of myself. And the films, I'm proud of myself. So as far as that goes, I'm proud of myself. I could give a shit about the stack of green. I looked at making a record like making a salad. I go, you know, Janet Jackson, she just gives you lettuce, and she calls that a salad. But I give you the croutons and the shredded cabbage and the shredded lettuce, you know what I mean, and the really good dressing and the seasoning and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't just call lettuce a salad. I think past that. And the only way to do that is to concentrate on it. And when you're concentrating on it like that, you can't possibly turn around and start dealing with these men that are twice your age that have fucked people all the way up and have got you by the balls now. Get back down, automobile, turn off that smokestack and that made that radio hum along with me, along with the TV. Oh, 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 no. And what I'm trying to do is put together a show that goes with the music. And the show is just colorful. All I could say is it's just a festival. It's festive. And I want people to go there and celebrate and just get out of their minds with joy, because there's so much fucked up shit out there in the world during the course of their day. And I just want them to, when they get inside, wherever they are, whatever club or hallway, I want them to just lose their minds. I just want them to just go off and say, fuck it.
And I've been getting clean, basically. That's basically what has been the main time-consuming thing for me, is getting sober. Being on the road was like, I'd be copping drugs in every city, kind of a thing. Don't really remember much of it, and I was basically headed to death. That's about what I've been doing.
I've been across the land once when I was 5.
When I was home for a long time, it's like I said, that boredom sets in. So what better way to pass the time is to, you know, do drugs and get high and all that kind of stuff. And it wasn't even getting me high anymore. It was just getting me well. I'd wake up in the morning sick, you know, have to drive downtown in my car and be like thrown up in my lap, you know, because I'm just so physically ill. And it got to the point where I just couldn't do it anymore. You know, I saw my reflection in the oven one day when I was sitting on the kitchen floor shooting up, trying to hit a vein, and I was vomiting all over myself, and it just was like the most appalling thing. I never could have pictured myself in any kind of state like that. And I knew I was just gonna die. I mean, that's the basic, simple truth. You know, I'd be on the road, me and Eric would, we'd take planes from like certain cities to go get drugs and come back. I'd be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, there's nowhere to score there. So what do? You fly to New York, you know, at 5 a.m. and come back right before the show. Otherwise, you can't play. And it was just picking apart at my life. It was picking apart at my playing. You know, I was basically an asshole to everybody, you know. And it wasn't fun anymore. You know, it was a job. That was more of a job than the band. And I couldn't deal with that, you know. So I basically checked into a hospital. And been doing the same thing ever since. This denial thing comes into it. Like, I used to snort it and smoke it. And I told myself, okay, I'm not a junkie. You know, junkies are gutter people with rigs in their arms, and I'm not doing that, so I'm fine. And it turned into me doing that every day. But I still told myself I wasn't a junkie. Then I would start shooting up into, like, parts of my skin, you know? Well, I'm not hitting a vein, I'm not a junkie. There's no way. And then finally it just progressed into, like, fucking mainlining every single day. And I said, I'm not a junkie, I could stop this anytime. Which was, you know, just fucking lying to myself. You know, I'd be fucked up and I'd play a show, think I was ripping all night, and I'd hear the tape back, and it was just embarrassingly awful, you know, and so the next night, in order to compensate for that, I would say I wasn't loose enough or something. I'd get more fucked up. And it just wasn't the way to go. I was like a zombie. Let's go! Okay, as far as the creativity aspect, a lot of people are under this impression that it tends to take away from that. And I've personally found that, for instance, I thought I was a really weird creative guy when I was fucked up all the time. But I found that it actually hindered that, you know, and I'm a lot weirder and more creative now than I ever was, you know, because it's just like all these channels are free to flow now, whereas they were blocked. And I don't know how it is with other drugs, you know, people say, you know, they take acid or whatever, they see things that are amazing or whatever, you know, but for me it was heroin, which is basically, it deadens your brain, you know, and it just stops the flow. And no, I would say that it has a lot to do with the self-esteem of a person, you know, whether or not you think you're capable of this, or if you need this help to get creative. I don't think that it's true. You got to work on yourself. I was so oblivious to everybody, you know? It was just like I didn't say anything to anybody. No one really said anything to me as far as I know, you know? But no one was complaining. I mean, we all have our little quirks about us, you know? And so for me, that was mine, you know? As far as what they're up to, I can't really talk about that, but, you know, I can tell you as far as I go, it was a nightmare.
It's a bad man, bad man, 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 man. It's mine.
I mean, it progressed from smoking pot when I was 11 years old to, ending up in a trailer park in Reseda.